Hello again, everybody. It's Alec with Home and Rehab, and again today we're going to review our first form, and we're going to start by warming up. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to log on by doing a little bit of an introduction. If you've not been with us before, this is a specifically developed by me version of slow practice martial arts. The idea of what we'll be doing here is trying to work on weight shifting, balance, and some base coordination. As we progress through, we're going to be trying to add in new movements. Today is going to be the final set of all the exercises we've put together in Form 1. We've done this over the past couple weeks by slowly adding in our blocks, our strikes, and our kicks. And then last week at the very end, we put everything together. What we're going to be doing today is reviewing all of those things and then going through that just a couple of times so you guys have a chance to practice the whole thing all together. All right? So I'm going to back up a little bit, and the first thing we're going to start with is just reviewing our weight shifting techniques. That's nice and simple. Take a nice deep breath. And just getting back to our basics. So the reason we're doing these basic movements is, first off, for people who are just starting Tai Chi, this is a nice base of just understanding the simple principles of being able to shift your weight from one side to the other. It also serves a very nice function as a warm-up, as we start to get our joints moving in different ways. As always, we can probably expect a guest instructor to help me out in a little bit. The cat is hanging out behind the camera right now, so I expect he's probably going to want his introduction soon. All right. Going to squat nice and low, bring everything up, and then back down. No, he's decided instead he's going to lay down and supervise. He's been doing the same. If anybody's had appointments with me over video chat, you may have noticed a little supervisor in the background. Sometimes he's even jumped up to make sure he can see you as well. He seems to like checking in on our patients, making sure we're doing a good job while working from home. Next, we're going to start reviewing some of the basic block techniques we've been going over. The first we're going to start with is, after we've assumed our horse stance, just our low block. That block comes up to one shoulder with the palm facing our face. And it comes down in front of us, so it's directly out in front of our thigh, about 2 hand distances in front of where the thigh is. Bring that back and over to the other side. Next, we're going to review our middle block. This block first comes up to our ear, palm facing straight out in front of our face. We're then going to bring it around and in front so that the palm is facing you right in front of your face. That's up with the palm straight forward, out in front with the palm level with your nose. The last block we're going to review is our high block. This one comes over and across, palm facing straight up towards the ceiling, ends above our head with the palm facing straight out in front of us. Palm up towards the ceiling, palm out in front. Next, we're going to go into our basic striking patterns. We're going to send one palm straight out in front of us into our palm heel strike. It should be right coming out from your nose, so it's straight in front of you. You can see how it's obscuring my face at this point. Next, we're going to go into our spear hands. The arm that is out is going to come down, so the palm is facing straight towards the ground. The other hand is going to come straight over the top. The thumb is up in the air. Hand is bladed out in front of us. Last up, we're going to do our two-hand press. Both hands are going to come up, gently press at shoulder height, and then come back down. Out, press, and down. Next, we had our two leg movements. First, we had our knee strike, where we put our hands on someone's shoulders, brought them back towards us, brought the knee up in front, and then steps down. We go to the other side. Next we had our base kick, which is just called a front kick. My hands are going to come back in front to protect me. Leg is going to snap out in front and then come back. Last, we're just going to review our base footwork. We start in our central stance, which is our horse stance. Knees at a soft flexion. I'm not trying to go into a deep squat, just enough that I'm not locked out. When I want to turn to my right, I'm going to start by shifting my weight over my left leg. Turn my toes towards the direction I'm trying to turn. As I replace my weight, I can also pivot my back toes, give myself a little bit more comfort. I'm going to point those toes back forward, shift my weight over my left leg to return to neutral. Bring my weight over here. Now, depending on how you can see this in the camera, when I'm turned sideways, it may look like I'm walking a tightrope. But if you look at me from the back, both legs are still out, at about shoulder width apart when I'm in this position. And as I replace my foot, my toes come back together. Now I'm in line here. Now I'm back to this shoulder width position. So now we're going to go back and review our forms. So remember, with each section, there's going to be at least one block and one arm strike. In the latter of the three sections, you're also going to include one of your leg movements. So it starts with a low block, palm heel strike to both sides. We're then going to go with a middle block, a two-hand push, and a knee strike to both sides. We're going to finish off with a high block, a spear hand, and a front kick to both sides. Okay? So we're going to go very slowly. The first 2 times, I'm going to talk it through with you. The last 2 times, we're just going to go through. I'm going to say go and stop, essentially. All right? So we're going to start nice and loose, feet out. Bring the arms up overhead. We'll start with our salute. Left hand is on top of the right fist. Bring both hands out. As your hands come back into ready position, you should be in a little bit of a sunken position now at your knees. We're going to start by bringing one hand up for our low block and turning to that side. Follow it up with a palm heel strike. That palm heel strike hand can now come back either to neutral or straight into our blocking position. Into the right-sided low block, and out for that palm heel strike. As we bring that hand back and turn forward, the next hand is going to come up into the middle block. From there, we're going to sink into our two-hand press, Imagine we've grabbed onto someone's shoulders, pull them in to the right knee strike. Step back. Bring one hand down. The opposite hand is going to come up for its middle block. Two hands up. And press. There he is, inspecting my form. Grabbing the shoulders, coming up into a knee strike, trying not to hit your cat's tail. Stepping back down to neutral. Preparing for your high block to the opposite side. Bring that arm down. The opposite hand over the top for a spear. Bring the hands back to your X block as we throw our kick out. Bring the hands down in preparation for the opposite high block. Bring that arm down, sending the spear over the top. Back to an X for your high kick. Going back to neutral, again, hands come out first. Back into ready stance. Up over your head. Finish back with our salute and a full stand. All right, we're going to review that one more time. Same sequence, I'm still going to talk it through. Then we'll do two sequences without me talking, and you guys can just look and follow along as needed. All right, everyone's ready. We're going to bring the hands out straight in front, palms up. Draw them back for ready position. My left hand is going to come up to my right shoulder as I lean over, turn, and block off to my left side. And then going to follow up with the right hand palm heel strike. That hand that is out in front of me is now going to come to the opposite shoulder. So I pivot back forward and come down into the opposite side low block. The other hand comes out with the strike. Striking hand is now going to come back to my waist. The hand at my waist will come up to my head. Preparing for a middle block. Both hands will come back as a two-hand push out. Grabbing with both hands on the imaginary shoulders as I bring the back leg up into a knee strike. Setting that back out. Bringing the hand opposite the direction I'm turning up to my head for my next middle block to the opposite side. Coming with my two-hand press. Grabbing imaginary shoulders and striking with my back knee. As I set that down, I prepare for my opposite side high block. Again, the arm opposite the direction I'm turning is palm up. My left hand comes towards the sky. Bring it down in front of me to support the spear. Bring those hands back into an X for my front kick. Cradling down for my next high block. Coming down for the spear hand strike. Finishing with a kick. As I come back to center, my hands will extend out, palms up, back in, chin up overhead, and coming back to our salute. Okay. Next time, I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to say what we're beginning with and when we're ending. So shake it out, roll and stretch for a moment. Feet together, shoulder width apart, and begin with a salute. and end with this loop. Get my form check again. All right, and one last time through the form, everybody. This time I just want you to follow along. I won't be saying the beginning or the end. Yes, I'm sorry. All right, thanks everybody for joining in on this week. That is the full set of Form 1. We're going to do another set of review and practice next week to make sure everybody has this before we move on to another set of moves. And apparently I need to give somebody some attention, so I'll see you all next time.